In responding to the senator from Stockton with respect to PBMs were actually first started to act as an intermediary between insurance companies and pharmacies. It allowed pharmacies to bill online, and they needed what was called a switch that could direct that electronic transmission to an insurance company that is insuring a particular individual. It was only after their advent that they decided, you know, we can make a heck of a lot more money if we start going after some of the discounts that we're looking after for the insurance companies that hopefully will pass it on to the consumers, although there's no mandate that they do that. The PBMs, my friends, represent a $270 billion unregulated industry. And one of the reasons why probably some of these drug companies raise their costs is because they're going to have to share it with the PBMs, the pharmacy benefit managers. And let me also just say that a lot of these drug companies are publicly held. A lot of the senior citizens that we represent invest in these drug companies, and they get dividends that help them pay the bills. And, you know, it seems to me that we see a lot of anti-capitalistic rhetoric that comes out of this building. There was a time when oil companies used to keep a lot of their offices here in California. Occidental Petroleum packed up their bags and they split the state. They said, we're not going to deal with this state anymore. How many pharmaceutical companies find their homes here in California? We have some, but if we create this hostile environment and vilify them because they're profit-making, you know, who's going to be next? Are we going to go after the automobile manufacturers? Because maybe a truck costs $5,000 more this year than it did, say, 5 years ago? Are we going to attack every profit-making organization in the state of California because they're making a profit? Is that really a dirty word today? We want these companies to be successful, especially the drug companies that, you know, I beg with the author, I beg to differ with him. They do invest a significant portion of their profits into research and development that gives us the drugs like Sovaldi. They're working on insulin pumps so that our diabetics can lead a high quality of life. We've made significant inroads in the treatment of lymphoma, where some forms of lymphoma have a 70% recovery rate because some of the good work that's done right here in Northern California at Stanford University. So, you know, once again, we've got to let these entrepreneurial businesses thrive without governmental interference. They don't need us to tell them how to run their businesses. If they outprice their products, then they're not going to sell their products. But it's a very complicated industry. They got to deal with insurance companies. They got to deal with state governments. They got to deal with PBMs. They have to deal with other issues in the state of California that they don't have to deal with in other states. We want to make sure that we have the formularies necessary to treat the disease states that affect your family, mine, and our constituents. And we just got to stop vilifying companies that make a profit in the state of California, that create jobs for a lot of our constituents here in the state of California. And certainly, I don't have a problem with giving a little bit of notice about a price increase. You're just giving, again, more power to the PBMs to extract more money out of the drug companies with very little coming down to the patient level so that we can help our constituents that are looking for some relief when they go to the pharmacy to pay for the medications. With that, my friends, I urge a no vote.